Hello my peeps, welcome back. I have here the bargain bead box of April, and I have like several things going on here. So I am just going to get started. I want to finish this. This is going to be our focal. Isn't it pretty? I decided to do something different. And I thought, we've got enough of these. They're teardrops, and they look like raindrops, so I made them so they're going to go down at the bottom here. So I have two more to do. I'm using ball head pins. I always like to use ball head pins because it just adds just a little something on the end of your bead. Now, I'm going to make a wrapped loop. And I'm just going to stay right at the tip there because I don't need a really big loop. So I'm going to rotate my pliers so I can come all the way across and make that full loop. And now I'm going to wrap it. And then snip off the excess. Get in there. Oh, I wanted to use these other ones because they get in there really snug and tight. Snug. Made up a new word. And then we'll tuck that little spot in there, that little wire. Turn that up. And tuck that in. Nice. Okay. Okay, there's one. And then we'll do the second one. Slip it up through the fat end of the teardrop shape. And then we're going to make a wrap loop. And I need my round nose. We're going to just keep it right at the tip and make small little loop. Oh, turned on me. Okay. There we go. Bring it across. And now we're going to wrap. I want to get it high up here so it just wraps around. Oops. And then we just clip off the excess. Throw that away. And I'm not sure where it's at, so I guess that's really good. And we're going to use these little tiny jump rings. If I can pick them up, because I don't have any nails, I can't pick anything up lately. Okay. This over here. Now we need our bent nose, and I want my flat nose. This one's already open, so we'll just go with this. And we're going to put one on, and then Put it on the chain. Not sure, right there. And then put one on the other side of the chain. And how we're going to close it up. Nice. Okay, and that's all I did all the way up. I just went 2 lengths up, and that's what we have. So now I want to put this onto a ring. We don't need all this chain. I'm not going to use all this chain. I want to trim this down, and it's stainless steel, so I'm going to get my stainless steel nippers out, and we're going to cut off most of this. All I need is enough to put on a jump ring. So I will clip it right here, just enough to leave that loop there. So we have a small loop, keep it out, and then I want this jump ring, because this is going to connect to the 2 sides of the necklace, and this will be the centerpiece. So I'm going to put it on that jump ring right now. Actually, I want to use this because it's going to be finicky, I'm sure. Nope. Look at that. Oh, holy smokes. Okay. Now we're going to close it up. For now. And then we can set that aside. And then we're going to finish this necklace to go with it. I have all my tools lined up over there. I have 49 strand, but it's pearl. And it's white. It's pearly white. And it's the same inches, 0.19, and then it's 0.48. Oh, I thought it was 4.3. It's 48 millimeters, if you want to know it in millimeters. And I always bead onto the spool, because then I don't waste as much wire. And I need to see. And a B cap. Oh, these crystal balls. I got a piece of fuzz on my nail. Isn't that pretty? And then another bead cap. A blue bead. One of these. Pink bead. And then a bead cap. We're going camping this weekend. It's my birthday weekend. Tomorrow's actually my birthday. Today is Friday. Tomorrow's Saturday, the 26th. And we're going camping. Reason why we're going camping is because we're going to Ishnala, which is a nice supper club for my birthday. So because it's so far up there, it's up by the Wisconsin Dells, just outside the Wisconsin Dells. So we're going to be traveling today up there. And then we're going to be camping for the weekend. I'm not really one for camping. It's a lot of work. You got to pack up. Well, since I'm dieting, it's been really, really super easy. I just got these packets to pack up. But then it's like, oh, I need my scales. I need, you know, my book to keep my log of everything that I'm doing. So, like, there's quite a bit that I need, but it doesn't take up a whole lot of space. And then my husband's got a bunch of work to do up there. He's like, I'm like, are we even going to go to the supper club? He goes, yes, that's the main point of us going up there. I'm like, okay. Okay, now we're going to finish this off with one of these clamshells. Colette, put it right through that hole there. That's a big hole. Look how big that hole is. Okay, and then we need a seed bead, crypt bead, crypt tube. So I've got one of these, and I'm going to crimp this close to the edge, but not all the way up to the tippy top. I'm trying to squeeze it right in the middle. And I did. Yay, me. And I'm just getting the sides. You don't need to kill it. Just make sure it's crimped real good. Make sure it won't come off. Ow. Okay. Now we're going to close this up. And then we're going to slide everything down. Look at that. Isn't that cute? That's so cute. Okay. I gotta get a drink. My muscle. I have to drink so much water a day, but it's actually kind of nice because my mouth gets so dry. Okay, snip off a little bit here. Snip off a little bit here. Wow. Okay, now we're going to do another collet. And another crimp bead. Oh, my nails. There we go. Now this one, we got to go down to the collet. So we're going to spread it open just a wee bit. There we go. Let it rest down there. You want some fluidity. Don't want to crimp it too tight because your crystals will crack and then they'll snap and they'll come off and then you got this big hole. And we don't want to do that. Okay, that looks good. And squeeze. And then I squeeze on each side of the crimp. And then we're going to snip it off right down there. And then close this up. Close it up. There we go. There we go. There's that side, and now we're going to do this side. Same thing. So you can fast forward if you like. I'm just going to put on my cloud. And then there's pink in the sky. And I'm going to put in a bead cap, a big bead, bead cap, small bead, blue bead. I go every other one. First is pink, then it's blue, then it's pink, then it's blue. And then this one, these, I do every other one for the bead shells, or the bead caps. Geez. All right, now I want to do the bead caps. One, and then put on our big bead, and then another. Here's my bead cap that came in the kit. Little flowers. And then we go to blue. And then we go to this big bead. Then we go to pink. Then we go to bead cap. And then we put the big bead on and the bead cap. And then blue bead. And then one of these. And then a pink bead. Sometimes I hang on to my beads in my hand before I let them drop so they don't just clang together. Okay, getting down to the end here. Bead cap, bead, the other side of the bead cap, and then we're going to end with a blue bead. There we have it. All right, now we're going to pick up a crimp tube. Maybe. And then we're going to crimp it at the top here. I want to do it, I want to center it. So center and squeeze. Nice. And then I squeeze on each side. 1, 2. And that's all you gotta do. You don't need to kill it. Just make sure it don't come off. And then, oh no, I didn't put on my collet. So we're gonna snip this part off and get out another bead, crimp bead. All right. Collet first. So I'm so used to doing wire guards, and the wire guard, the crimp bead goes on first. Well, with these collets, the collets go on first. So I forget that when I use them because I don't use them all the time. Okay, we're going to do this again. Close to the edge. And then I want to center it. Well, it's not quite center, but that's okay. I can crimp that side and then crimp this side. I don't want to crimp on the wire too much because you can crimp on it to the point where it'll just cut and it'll come off eventually. Okay, now we're going to close this up. Okay, that's closed. Now I'm going to slide everything down to this end. And I'm going to cut off a little bit for me to work with. Wow, this stuff doesn't want to snap off. Okay, now we're going to put on our collet. I think there's a crimp bead in there. Nope. Okay, our crimp bead's short, so I have to get one out. Hang on. Okay, got it. Now this one, we're going to spread this one open a little bit so we can get down there and squeeze that crimp bead. Okay, we're going to get all the way down there. Make sure that there's enough movement in the piece before you clamp down on it. And then I crimp down on the other side. Okay, now we're going to snip this off. Well, this wire doesn't want to snip off. There we go. Wow. Okay, close it up. Now, down at the bottom here. Oh, I want to close up. Oh, look at what I did. Open this back up. I didn't even notice that when I closed it. Look at this one. This one looks good. That looks good. This one does not. So reopen it. Get that crimp bead in there. And close it up. There we go. Now close it, close it. There we go. All right. Now, our jump ring that we have on here is going to be our jump ring for these. So I'm going to open up the jump ring. I need my bent nose and my flat nose. So we're going to pick this up. Get the top, the opening to the top. There it is. And open it up. We're going to put this side on this side. And then we're going to put that side on this side. And then we'll close it up. Oh my goodness. That is so pretty. Wowza. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. I like it. Okay. All right. Now, I want to figure out how long it is because we got to make a chain for it. Chain, chain, chain. All right. Click, click, click. 11 inches. Wow. 11 inches. We don't, for, oh, how long do we want that? Do we want it like a 20 or 22 inch? Well, if we go 22, we just need another 11 inches. So we need 5.5 inches on each side. So 5.5 inches of chain. That way it would hang down a little low. This chain doesn't want to lay right. Just doesn't. All right, 5.5 inches. I'm just going to snip it off. Oh, I put away my measuring device here. Okay, 5.5 inches. There's 5. Move that. 5.5. I'm going to snip with my, did I put them back? No, I put them over here. I'm going to use these nippers, and I'm out of view. I'm sorry. I'm just going to snip off chain. That's all. So I snipped off a chain, and I'm going to take a head pin, and then I'm going to put the chain on, and then that way I know I'm getting the exact size. So I want to snip this one, and these are big clobbering type there. There we have it. Even Steven. Well, no. I lost my head pin. Oh well. Okay. Get this chain out of the way. And then we're going to put a jump ring on here. On here. So we're going to open it up. Whoop. Hang on to it. Open it up. That on. Chain on. And the same thing for this side. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Open this up. Slide this on. There we go. And then the chain. Close it up. Then we have our toggle clasp that came with the kit. Isn't that pretty? That'll go with it, and then we just have a bar that goes with it. So I'm going to put the toggle, or this on this side. So we're going to open up another jump ring. And we're going to slip on the chain. And the toggle. close it up. There's one side, and then we'll do the other side with the cloud. So we need another jump ring. Oh, this one's open already. Put on the chain. And then the cloud. Close it up. And there we have a beautiful necklace. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I gotta lay it off to the side here because we got more going on over here. Let's see. Get rid of that. Not sure what that is. Oh, that was the end of the... Okay. Now we have an earring over here. I have a blue and then pink and then pink and a blue. So this side I'm going to go pink, blue, blue, pink. So I need eye pins. One eye pin. So one's pink, then blue. Just to be different. And then we're going to make a loop. Okay. Don't need a big loop. Oh, could have made just a simple loop with this. It feels kind of firm. All right, well, let's try it out. Two. Alrighty. And we're going to snip that off. As close as we can get it. And then we're going to tuck in that little bit. There we go. There's one. And then the other one is going to be blue, then pink. And then we need a round nose. Yikes. Over. Rotate. Bring that all the way around. And then we're going to wrap. Two of them. Okay. We're going to snip that off. Get these tools all out of here. Snip this off. I know it's got a hold of it. There we go. Now, we're just going to tuck that little bit in. There ain't much. And then straighten this up. Now, this one's hanging pink here, so we're going to do pink here. So when you're wearing them, okay, what do I have going on over here? I have head pins. no, I want this wire because we're going to have these hanging off like little raindrops. Okay, we're going to bend these up. Oop. Yes, we want to crisscross them. Crisscross. Bring this one down. This one up. Don't want it so tight. There. Want a little bit of movement in there. So I'm going to take this back short one, bend it to the side, so we have like an L going on here, and just start wrapping. I think a couple wraps is nice. I don't like so many wraps. I just like it to be wrapped up and just looks like I used more wraps on these. No, I'm just doing 2 wraps and I'm gonna snip it off. Okay, now I'm going to make a wrap loop on this one, going up here, bend it over the pliers again, all the way around the round nose, and then bring it all the way over to the side. And then before there we go. We want to get it hooked together, and then we're going to wrap. There we go. Snip this off. Wrong way. Now we're going to tuck that little bit in. Ta-da! And there's one. Now we do the other one. Same way. We're going to go in about 1/3 of the way in. Not too much. And then we're going to crisscross them. So the cross is straight up from there. I want that lower one to go in the back. Okay, crisscross. And then I'm going to take this back side, bend it down, this side up. So we have an L going. And then we're going to wrap this. Well, maybe I should just wrap it and get a hold of the. So I want it now next to each other. Turn it around. Back side's good. Okay, I'm going to leave the front side alone because I don't want to rack it. All right, now we're going to snip this off. tuck in the little bit. And then we're going to make a wrap loop. Guess I didn't need as long of a wire that I did. Okay. Now we're going to hook it onto here. Snap. Take our bent nose, hang on to it. There we go. Now we're going to wrap this part right here. There we go. Snip this off. Throw that away. Just to get it out of the way. Now we're going to tuck that in. Okay. Now we need jump rings. Little jump rings. These little ones. Open it up. Put it on. This one goes on the outside. And we're going to close that up. There we go. And then this one. This way. I need a tiny jump ring. Where am I? I need a little jump ring. Disappeared on me? Alright, well, I gotta get a different one out. It disappeared on me. I dropped my pliers, so I probably bounced it somewhere. Okie dokie. Open this up. The hair. And we're going to put the pink one on. And that one goes over here. And close it up. And we have a nice pair of earrings. Okay. Ear wire. 1, 2. Open up the ear wire. And I'm going to use these. Flip it open. Oh, I don't think I've flipped it open enough. Just put this on. Yeah, it's not opening far enough, or that ball's getting in the way. Okay, swing this open. Don't want to swing it open too much. Don't want to wreck it. There we go. And now we're going to close that up. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? That's so pretty. That's so pretty. So there's one. And then we're going to do the same thing with this one. Open it up wide. We're going to get this on. and close it up. I want that to bend really close. There we go. Now, we have a pair of earrings that could go with our necklace. Gorgeous! And then I have these. This pair. All this needs is an ear wire. Open this up. Slip this on. Maybe we need a jump ring. Nope. Want that ball out of the way. There we go. There's this earring. This is, well, I had to take another drink. My mouth's sticking together. All right. Here's the first earring I made. So now I'm going to finish off this one. And all it is the same thing that we just did on this one, except we're going to be doing it over here. And we got a head pin for these two. First, we're going to put on, eye pin. We need an eye pin. Where are we at here? Wrapped loop. That's an eye pin. That's a head pin. So this needs the head pin. This needs the eye pin. The eye pin's not here. Oh my gosh. I had everything laid out, but my arm, as I'm working, I'm resting it on the desk, and things are getting moved. Okay, we're going to do a wrap loop. Bring it up and over. And do we attach it? Yeah, because it's going to be on a, rotate the pliers, bring this all the way across, and we're going to wrap it because we're going to have a head pin so we can attach it to this, so we don't need to attach. Wow. Okay. There we go. Not too tight. Don't want to crack it. So we're going to snip that off. And tuck that little bit in. And then we need, oh, here's my eye pin right here. Oh my gosh, I'm blind. Good Lord. You guys are probably like, it's right there. Well, I see it. It's right there. Oh boy. That's okay. Uh-oh. There we go. I was going to say, that doesn't want to go on. Okay, this goes fat end on first. And then that is that. And then we're going to wrap this. And I think we used a jump ring. Yep. Do another wrap loop. Up and over the pliers. rotate the pliers around to bring that wire all the way across. There we go. And switch our hand and wrap. Okay. And then we're going to snip that off. These pliers out of the way. Throw that away. And we're going to tuck that little bit in. Tuck it in. There we go. Now, we're going to take this end of the eye pin, swing it open. Swing it open this way. Attach this. And then close it up. There we go. Now we have one of these jump rings. It's an oval jump ring. So I'm going to hang on to it just like I do all the rest. And open it. And then slip it on here. I think I have to open it a little bit further. Get it in there. Okay. Here's the hole. All right, let's do this with these instead. Trying to see which way is the front. Whoops, I had it. Oh, here it is. I think maybe I'll, oh my goodness. Grab a hold of it. There we go. Put it, slip it through here. It's not coming through the hole. There, see? There it is. Just doesn't want to come through. And I've used all these jump rings and all the rest of them. We're going to, there we go. Now it's on. And then we got to get this on. And then we're going to close it up. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. There we go. Back through there. Get this hanging onto it. And I'll close that up. I wonder if I'm just trying to squeeze it shut. And it's not working. Okay. Hang on to it. Tight. Going a little bit at a time because that cloud wants to get in the way. There we go. Oh my goodness. And now, ear wire. Open up the ear wire. That on. Probably would be easier if I used a jump ring. These are stainless steel, so they're tough to work with. Trying to squeeze it tight so there's no opening. Oh my goodness. Now, these are our earrings. They're pretty. Those are a second pair of earrings. On that side, all these tools can get out. And now, I have a bracelet. I have a bracelet to make. So now we have to get out our wire again. Pull it out. And then take this off. And I think I'll just put it right here. And then take these off. Put that on. And it looks like we got a cloud to put on. I've got all these clouds over here with jump rings. Every fourth one we're going to put a cloud on. So this is what it's going to look like. Where's my jump ring? There's no jump ring on that. Oh, maybe I saved it for you guys. And one more. Okay. 1, 2, 3. We need 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn it over. And here we go again. I think you guys know how to open jump rings now, I hope. Or for the newbies. Oh, I don't want that. I want my bent nose there. Hang on to it. So the opening's at the top. And then we'll swing it open. Put on our cloud. Close it up. That's it. That's all I had to do. And there we go. Opening at the top. Swing it open. Put on our cloud. Close it up. And there was another one. And here we go. It's just like an assembly line. There goes my light. I don't know why that shuts off. Don't know. All right, we have all our clouds. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I only went through the first one. This needs to get snipped off clean. Look at that. That's not right. There we go. Nice clean snip. Okay. Crystal. Rondelle. These are rondelles because they're squished in the middle. These are rondelle crystals. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a cloud. So we're going to have like a cha-cha bracelet. 1, 2, 3, 4, cloud. One, two, oh, I got 3. 4, cloud. 1, 2, 3. That's one of the advantages of doing it off this thing. So you can grab a few at the same time. Okay, this is the 4th one. I'm going to put on a cloud. And then I don't think this one's going to work. I felt it move. Yeah, I felt it move. 1, 2, 3, 4, cloud. Oh. Whoops, I almost had all 4 of them. So we got 4 and a cloud. And then these. Oh, didn't make it. Okay. Get in there. Gee whiz. Okay. And a cloud. There. We have that. Now we need a crimp bead. No. Do I have wire guards? I don't have no wire guards out. Or what was I going to do with this? Wire guards. I think I want to, I don't know. It don't matter. Okay. We're going to put on a collet. A crimp tube. I dyed my hair yesterday. I got it. It's kind of dark brown. Oh, come on. And then with some highlights in it. It was pretty. Okay. Well, first we want this. We want that bead. We want that crimped bead up here. And we're going to squish it up here. And I'm going to squish it with these. Right in the middle. And squeeze. Squeeze. And then I squeeze on each side. Okay. Bring up the collet. Close up the collet. Make sure that the crimp bead's in there. Oh, I gotta get this even. Even out. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna go to the other end. Give myself a little bit of string here to work with. Snip it off. And then we're gonna put on a collet. Crimp bead. Okay, now we need some fluidity. We're going to smush it and open up the collet a little bit. Open. Don't open it too much. You don't want to snap it. Now we get down in there. Get a hold of it. Fiddly. Okay, I got a hold of it. No, I don't. Had it. Okay. I can't hardly see it with all the silver. Should have made that a different color. There. Did I pinch it? Yes, I did. All right. That, and then we're going to snip this off. So that away. Close this up. There. Now, our clasp. This is our clasp. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to need a jump ring. This side. And a jump ring. On this side. Okay. Open up the jump ring. Have it towards the top. And then we're going to close this up. Or close it up. Open it. Put this on. Put one side of the clasp on. And close it. And then this side. Same thing. Have it open towards the top. And twist it. And slide this on. And then the other side of the clasp. There we go. And then this is a magnet. So it's got a little divot here, and then it clicks in right there, so that way you get it together, it doesn't come apart. Now we have a little cha-cha bracelet. Isn't that pretty? Little clouds and sparkles. So there's that. That is the end of April's box. And then I found this in Dusty Rose, which was in January, I started an earring. So I thought, well, I'll finish it, get another one made. So we're going to make another one. And I got to find all my beads because my elbow moved everything. Okay, we just need some wire. I snipped this kind of closed. Kind of real close. Open it up, get it. And then, I should have two of these. One for each side. Or we don't have to do these. I had two of them. And then here were the ear wires and the jump ring. But I need two of these. Hang on, I'll get the second one. Let's get this over with. Okay, I'm ready. Now we're just gonna slip on some beads. Gotta count them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we're going to put on this little black bead. Well, that's got a tiny hole. And then we're going to put on the rest of these. 1, make sure we got even amount. 2, 3, and they're not all the same size. 4, 5, 6, because this one's thin. This one's even thinner. This one's thicker. Oh, jeez. I gotta shut that off. I'm sorry. Spam. Okay. We're ready to put on our collet. And our jump ring. Crimp too, not jump ring. Now, I need that bead. Well, I don't know why I slid it down because I need that bead to be up here. And we're going to crimp it down close to the edge, but not all the way. And we're going to try and do it right in the middle. There we go. Have that, and then this side. Okay. And then we'll close this up. Looks like I might have to trim that. Yep. Okay, there's that side. Now we'll get this other side. Give me a little bit of room to work with here. Snip it off. There we go. And we're going to put on our collet. Crimp tube, or crimp, I don't know what it is. Looks like a bead, looks like a crimp tube. So now we're going to open up this clamshell. So I can get down there and squish it. And just got to make sure it's going to be able to come around. goodness, now there's somebody at the door. Hang on. I'm back. Solicitors. Snip that off. Put it away. Now we're going to bring it around. Oh, we got to close it up. First, we got to close it. Must close clamshell. There. Now we're going to open this jump ring. What do I do with my glasses? Oh, there they are. All right. Put that in. And then we're going to open it up. And we're going to slide this side going on first. Oh no! See, I did it too tight. Well, I did it. It's on there. And we'll put this on. There's that one. See, they're not even on each side, so it's hard. They're even a number, but yes, that's even. All right, let's get this one on. Open this up and put on our lever back. And we are done, people. We are done. This is from Dusty Rose. This is from January. I started an earring. And now we're finished with those. We have this. Let's get these tools out of the way. We have our beautiful bracelet. And we have our beautiful earrings. All with clouds. This earring's caught up in the necklace. There. And then we have our necklace. We can get this out of the way. I like this thing. And it's not moving. There we go. I'm going to get this stuff all off the mat. Okay, can you see it? Okay, we don't need to see the chain. There. Okay, here's our toggle. Bring that down. That down. Wowza. That was a big day. I don't know how long that was, but it was fun. It was fun. We got them all done. Yay! And they look so pretty. I love them all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with me. And thank you for just being here. And I appreciate it. And if you don't want to subscribe, just hit the like button. And thank you. But please subscribe if you like. Check out my Etsy shop. And as always, happy beading.